Happy holidays, everyone! Once again, like October, we are doing yet another theme month. This jolly of months will henceforth be called something. I don't know yet, but I'll be sure to get back to you, and maybe by the next video. With our first video of the month, however, we're hitting you with an often overlooked Christmas gem. Good luck, Charlie. It's Christmas. It being a contraction of it and is. I think that's the right word. I know grammar. Now, personally, I think Good Luck Charlie is one of the best shows Disney produced during the 2010s. But since I kind of want to talk about the show as a whole one day, I'm going to leave it at that. So without further ado, let's jump into this movie. We start out with a nice video diary and find out that the family is going to Palm Springs for Christmas, and anti-vax Amy is not happy about it. You don't get the joke? Check out Lee Allen Baker's Twitter. It's a mess. It's a hilarious, out of touch mess. Now, I have two notes at the beginning of this movie. One, this movie is filmed and kind of colored, at least in the house, differently, which throws me off at first. And two, the Santa gag, though not very funny, is much appreciated.
Listening to Mrs. Dabney's Talking Santa go ho, ho, ho on an endless rip your own eardrums out loop.
Ooh, it is so cold out there.
Can it, Santa?
Hey, I'm Mr. D.
Been a spring break right on that couch. And I'm going out the back.
But back to the movie, Bob, who is the best character in the show, comes in with a 3-in-1 stroller. He doesn't care about Christmas because he's so distracted because the stroller is a mess. And oddly enough, it holds relevant past some pretty lame jokes in this movie. PJ also doesn't care, but Gabe cares. He cares a whole lot.
How important is the Star on the Tree tradition to you?
How important do you want it to be?
Wouldn't be Christmas without it.
It really wouldn't.
Tell your siblings that.
Oh, I'll tell everybody that. I'll call random strangers and tell them.
Excellent.
As long as he gets the game, he cares. And that, my friends, is having your priorities in order. Like, I approve. Games first. Well, the boys come first, then the games, then Christmas. Sassy black friend comes in and reminds Teddy that she needs to get her tickets for spring break before it's too late. But it's kind of odd because spring break, at least in Massachusetts where I am from, spring break is in April, and Christmas, if you didn't know, Christmas is in December, you absolute uncultured swine. But Teddy has a solid 4 months, but, you know, whatever. I guess she only has a week. Unfortunately, the Rents shut down her request because she's not responsible enough. We're gonna skip forward a little. PJ and Gabe become terrorists. We get a last minute flight catch thing like in Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Bob, he's dramatic, and we still have this damn stroller. Okay, so now Teddy, who's told she needs to find her own way to get her tickets, which, you know, paying for them, decides to give up her seat in exchange for a free ticket to go anywhere. Now, I'm not a genius, I'm only 18, but holy crap, was this the worst way to show responsibility? What was the plan here? Obviously there aren't going to be any flights, it's friggin' Christmas, and somehow she's incapable of understanding her error and does not know that what she did was irresponsible and is the exact reason she can't go to Palm Springs or spring break. I don't think they're going to Palm Springs for spring break. That's where they're going for Christmas. Anyway, what's wrong with her? Anyway, the boys and Charlie arrive in Palm Springs with this obnoxious granny that I just want to punt. And that guy, whoever he is. While the ladies are on a bus. Amy pukes, they get kicked off the bus, plot convenient. Also, why is Teddy in charge? I mean, naturally, you're gonna have to improvise in this sort of situation, but she's the reason they're there in the first place. So, I don't know, I just think the adult parent should take control. Call me crazy, I guess. But back to the boys and Charlie, see what I did there? We get a foreshadow of what will be broken, and just like that, the monster strikes. Her terror is kinda cut short by Bob. Bob's bugs be gone. Gabe, on the other hand, introduces his granddad to the world of gaming, while also opening up his addictive urges. That sounds wrong. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. We travel back to the girls and finally arrive at Lenny's, who is run by Daryl, and they rent a car. Exciting stuff, I know. With the boys, PJ comes back absolutely toasted. And amidst the distraction, Charlie somehow pulls the Christmas tree just all the way down. I don't know how, she's like 2. How does she have that kind of strength? But for some reason, Bob's the one who gets punished. It's just another example of this broken system in America. Like, I'm telling you, it's not... We have... Anyway, let's check back in on the girls.
Try the parking brake. Oh, great. Here you go.
On the bright side, it's not snowing.
Oh, what? You had to say that.
I'm sorry! Turn the windshield wipers on.
Really? Oh, look, I see a light up ahead. Oh my gosh, John! Oh, their headlights.
Okay, staying with the boys, Gabe is next to be imprisoned, also assaulted with mints for trying to break Granddad's addiction. Then PJ gets locked up as well because he put too much lotion on, which I guess warrants jail time. Again, not a good system. Okay. Are the girls good to check in on? Yep. Okay, now that the girls are safe, their car just totally collapses, and Lenny, wearing a Walter suit, scoops up the car, and the girls go into this diner to link up with these old alien abductee nutjobs. And then we get the big reveal. Amy is pregnant. Now, I get the surprise thing, but like, if she pulled the pregnancy card back on the bus, they'd already be in Palm Springs right now, and the only one who would have known is Teddy, which is what happens at the end of the movie anyway. Just saying. Come on now. Use your head. Anyway, they arrive in Las Vegas, get their luggage stolen, call Bob for a pickup, and exchange some harsh words with, each other, and Teddy goes off and gets moody when it is her fault. Like, come on now. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas indeed. With tensions high, Teddy tries to make some cash by singing, but she starts dancing and she's white, so it's awful. So Amy joins, and at first it's good, then, it gets all fake, and it's kind of a shame. I miss the old Teddy and Amy slap fights. They've just run out of ideas. They find the whore who stole their bags, and she has a fairly convenient story. Personally, I'm calling the cops. You broke the law, and you're going to hell. And jail. The boys, on their way to pick up the girls, are stopped, tied up, and interrogated, I guess, by nerds. Gabe realizes what's going on, and they squad up to get the Stone of Metrios. Unfortunately, though, we lose a soldier. Bob is brutally gunned down, killed in combat, sacrificing himself for his eldest son. A true hero. Moment of silence. Also, Charlie isn't here because of the car seat. Yep, I told you it had some relevance. I bet you forgot about it, because I know I did. The girls bike to some jank diner. Oh yeah, they got a bike from, I don't know, Walter, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And the boys arrive on a helicopter, also not really that important. Then, using their telekinesis, the grandparents and Charlie arrive out of nowhere. How did they know they were there? Like, that's too convenient. This movie sucks. To end the movie, they put the star on a random tree in front of random people who were definitely annoyed by their presence. I know I would be. And Amy reveals that she's pregnant, and while they're going home, the cycle restarts. The end. This movie is pretty good. I ratted on it a little, but I like it. It's a little all over the place, but I think it's because they wanted to give each character some sort of purpose, and there's like, what, 5 characters in total? They got 3 kids, 2 parents, 2 grandparents. Everyone has some sort of thing that they gotta do. As Christmas goes, I'm not a huge fan of the setting, but like, it doesn't bother me that much. Just, I feel like Christmas is snow and trees and stuff, but that's just where I grew up. I understand that, climates and shit. But what I liked the most is that it feels like an episode of Good Luck Charlie, just kind of longer. The characters are the same, and so are the situations. They get into situations that I can see the characters getting into. They're not getting kidnapped by government soldiers and have to fight Nazis or something, because that just doesn't make any sense at all. If I'm rating it out of 10, it's a solid 7. It's a good flick. Done. With that being said, be sure to like and subscribe with those post noties, and I'll see you guys in the next one.